Why do the sharpest minds say less, move faster, and think further than the rest? Because noise slows you down. Every unnecessary word clutters your focus. Every reaction pulls you off course. The people who truly win don't play loud, they play smart. Speaking less isn't weakness, it's strategy. When you speak less, you listen more, you analyze, you calculate, and while others are busy talking, you've already taken your next step. Fast action doesn't mean rushing, it means moving with clarity. It means seeing the play 3 moves ahead and acting while others hesitate. And long-term thinking, that's where most people fall. They chase applause in the moment, but forget who they want to become in the long run, but not you, because if you master silence, precision, and vision, you don't just survive the noise, you rise above it. In moments of chaos, people panic. They react fast, but not smart. They speak without thinking, move without aim, and make promises they can't keep. And then they wonder why life feels out of control. But there's a reason why the wisest warriors in history spoke less. They saved their energy. They trained their mind before their tongue. They waited until speaking meant winning, not just talking. When you speak less, you give your thoughts space to breathe. You become unpredictable. People can't read you. And when they can't read you, they can't control you. The one who talks least often has the most power, because their silence is not weakness, it's strategy. A silent mind can see patterns others miss. A quiet leader can strike without warning. So instead of rushing to be heard, focus on what needs to be done. Master speed, but not noise. Move fast, but with purpose. Let your silence be sharper than their shouting, because in a noisy world, silence is shocking. It makes people lean in. It gives your words value because they're rare, and rare always means powerful. This isn't about being passive. It's about staying in control. It's about making moves that matter, not just reacting but directing, not just surviving but dominating. And to dominate, you don't need to say more. You need to say less and move faster than they expect. There's a reason why those who move in silence always seem to be ahead, while others waste time explaining themselves, seeking validation, or defending their plans. The silent ones are already 2 steps ahead, doing the work, making the move, sealing the result. It's not that they don't have thoughts. It's that they've trained their thoughts to stay focused, sharp, and lethal. They don't react to every insult. They don't explain every decision. And they never beg for understanding, because they understand something deeper. Power doesn't shout. It whispers. Real strength doesn't need attention. It creates impact. If you want to win in this loud, chaotic world, learn to make your silence louder than their noise. Let people wonder what you're thinking. Let them guess what you'll do next. That's power. And when you do speak, make sure it's worth it. Every word should land like a punch. Every sentence should shift the room. This is how leaders are born. Quiet minds, fast action, deep strategy. They don't need to talk about their vision. They build it. They don't warn. They strike. If you want to be untouchable, master this. Think fast. Move quiet. Never explain. Just act. If you're the kind of person who moves in silence and strikes with precision, subscribe now and stay ahead with us. Your next level starts here. Have you noticed? The loudest person in the room is rarely the one in control. It's the quiet observer in the corner, the one who speaks rarely, but when he does, everyone listens. Why? Because silence builds weight. It adds gravity to your words. If you're always talking, people learn to ignore your voice. But when you speak with purpose, your words hit different. This is the difference between noise and signal. Most people are noise, constant updates, opinions, overexposure. But the ones who become unforgettable, they're pure signal, direct, focused, strategic. They train themselves to delay reactions. They let others talk, let others reveal too much. Meanwhile, they study, they calculate, they prepare. And when the time comes, they don't hesitate. They don't ask for permission. They don't seek applause. They just execute. This mindset isn't easy. It requires patience in a world that rewards speed. It demands strength in a world that rewards visibility. But if you master it, you won't just survive, you'll dominate. The real power isn't in constant motion, it's in controlled movement, strikes that matter, not flailing in every direction. This is why some people can do more with one silent action than others can with 1,000 loud words. They don't need to be seen everywhere. They only show up where it counts. They think like chess players, always 3 moves ahead. Their silence isn't emptiness, it's full of calculation. Their speed isn't panic, it's precision. They don't argue on impulse. They don't react just to prove a point. They conserve their energy for the battles that decide the war. And that's the difference between a man who plays to win and one who plays to be noticed. One burns out trying to impress. The other stays quiet and conquers. To think forever means to never stop learning. To move fast means you've trained in silence. And to speak less, that means you've finally understood. Your voice doesn't have to be loud to be powerful. It just has to be rare and real. And there's a reason the loudest person in the room is rarely the one in control. Real control doesn't shout. It watches, it waits, it moves at the right moment. Every time you speak, you reveal a piece of your mind. But when you're silent, you make others guess. And mystery is power. Because when they can't predict you, they can't prepare for you. Your silence becomes a weapon, not because you're hiding, but because you're choosing your moments. because you value precision over noise. This is why the great thinkers, the real movers, the ones who lead, not follow, they're never the loudest. They're the ones who learned how to listen first, and when they finally speak, every word lands like a punch. So ask yourself now, are you moving with purpose, or just moving because you're afraid to be still? That answer changes everything, and if something inside you shifted during this video, then it means you're ready. But here's the real test. Can you stay quiet long enough to hear what your next move should be? If you're still here, that silence means something. It means you're one of us now. So stay, subscribe, and when the next video drops, don't just watch, feel it.